Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Buzz. And no, I am not wearing headphones, which is very unfortunate because honestly, it ruins the vibe. But this is the premiere week of the Morning Buzz Wednesday edition. Crystal is gone, Gina is gone, but Aidan and I are here to stay. And we're joined by two other people now. Our segment host, Alana, is in the studio, followed by Amina, our newscaster. Before we get started, how is everyone doing?
I am doing great, Isaiah. Thank you so much
Do
for asking.
you want to talk into your mic, Aidan?
I'm so sorry.
Aidan, the
man.
other mic. What are you
mic?
doing?
Oh,
Wow, it's like this your first time in studio or something.
See, I totally blanked out. I thought you were
Yikes,
taking
the
this
monster's catching up to you.
I actually have not had a good night of sleep this week, but
Yikes.
we're rocking with it.
We're
Isaiah,
rocking
just
with
like
it.
last semester.
Yeah, nothing has changed really for you. Guys, are you excited to make your beginnings on the Morning Buzz?
I am.
Yeah. Let's get it. You know what, Amina, we're going to start with you. Give us the news at 7 a.m.
All right. Well, I'm Amina, and here is your 7 a.m. news. In national news, Eric Trump and Kimberly Guilfoyle's phone records were subpoenaed and obtained by the January 6th committee in regards to the attack on the U.S. Capitol. The committee previously identified Guilfoyle's number in text message exchanges with other witnesses. Guilfoyle's attorney, Joseph Tacopina, says the subpoena is, end quote, of no consequence to her because she has absolutely nothing to hide or be concerned about, end quote. So far, the committee has declined to comment on the new Trump and Guilfoyle subpoenas at this time. In New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy has signed over 100 new bills into law on the first day of his second term. Under the new laws, police officers can now review their own body cam footage before they file incident reports or interviews, with the same exceptions with another law making stealing a packaging from someone's front door a third-degree crime. The new laws cover problems concerning student education to voter suppression. In local news, a woman died after she was ejected from a vehicle when it fell down an embankment in North Haledon early Monday morning, police stated. The woman was identified by police as 54-year-old Marita Ziba of Wayne. The incident occurred at Holland Christian Home, a Graham Avenue retirement community in North Haledon in Passaic County. And looking at the weather today, it is partly cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 21 with the humidity level of 72%, and good air quality today with a level of 38.
Wow. Amina, you made your debut and the ratings are pouring in. Everyone loved it. It was a
Wow.
hit. I'm getting emails
Thanks, guys.
now.
Thanks, guys.
Greatest
Oh my
news
gosh.
report ever. But that is part of the show, guys. As we're going to move on now, it is time for the most exciting 2 minutes of the day. The time of the day where we talk about grown men. But I will not finish that sentence on air. Where we talk about sports, guys. In the NBA, the Knicks came all the way back against the Timberwolves, scoring 40 points in the third quarter. Let me stress that 40 points in the third quarter just for them to lose 112 to 110 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Guys, Karl-Anthony Towns came up clutch with a and one at the end of the game. The Warriors also continued their great season as they defeated the Pistons 102 to 86. In the NFL, Mike Tomlin says all options are on the table for next year for the QB room in Pittsburgh, as Ben Roethlisberger is retiring after 18 years. Could it be Mason Rudolph? Could it be Dwayne Haskins? Could it be Kenny Pickett? Could it be Marcus Mariota? How many quarterbacks can I name in under 2 minutes? Who knows? All that is exciting, but now the most exciting time of the NFL season is in full effect as the playoffs are here. First round done. It was a snooze fest. There were 19 blowouts. Nobody cared except for one game that was mildly interesting. And yes, I was listening to all those games while I was at work at Walmart. Very exciting. But now I am going to give you the spoilers for the divisional round. And I will stress this. These are spoilers. 100% going to happen. Zero chance I'm wrong. Except for the 99.9% chance that I am wrong. The Bengals feel-good story of Joe Burrow saving Cincinnati is done. It's over with. Derrick Henry's returning to the Tennessee Titans. They are going to steamroll the dumpster fire of a city known as Cincinnati. No one likes Cincinnati. It's disgusting. It's smelly, and people should be ashamed to be from Cincinnati. Guys, if you're listening from Cincinnati, I am sorry. But now we're gonna move on to the next game. As the Titans, obviously they're gonna win 2014. That's my guess. Not really a blowout. But the 49ers are bound to upset the Packers this week at Lambeau. And why I say this, Jimmy G playing good enough to win the game, not to lose it. The team is operating at an all-time high, and that is the worst team you want to face in the playoffs as they are starting to hit their stride at the perfect time. And now the Bucks versus the Rams, an exciting game that everyone is ready for. But don't feel too excited because it's going to be another snooze fest as I expect the Bucks to steamroll through the Rams. Matthew Stafford, he's not going to do anything against the Bucks. It's in Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, who do you trust? Of course you're going to trust Tom Brady. And now, the final game of the slate. It is the biggest game. The Buffalo Bills. Yes, Buffalo is a city and people will still live there. And they will face Kansas City Chiefs. And I expect the Bills to dominate as well. 35-20. Guys, those are your spoilers for this weekend's NFL playoffs. Whew, that was a lot of words.
It was.
It was a lot of words.
Did that get you interested in sports? Are you guys going to watch NFL this weekend? Any sports people here? Just me?
Definitely not, but you made me excited for it.
Zero chance anyone here is watching sports. One time there will be a fellow sports person that will be able to add their commentary here on the Morning Buzz, but today is not that day. But now we have even more business to take care of as we have our top story of the day. Russia continues to raise tension near the Ukraine border. Russia has sent an unspecified number of troops from the country's far east to Belarus. These actions continue to show boiling tensions between Russia and the Ukraine. The tensions are so high that officials around the world believe an invasion could happen at any point. By deploying this mass troop that will further beef up Russian military presence near the Ukraine and the West fears a planned invasion. Amid the soaring tensions, the White House warned that Russia could attack its neighbor at any point, while the UK delivered a batch of anti-tank weapons to the Ukraine. Russia's Deputy Defense Minister Alexander Fomin said the joint drills with Belarus would involve practicing a joint response to external threats. Ukrainian officials have warned that Russia could launch an attack on the Ukraine from several directions, including from its ally Belarus. The U.S. again stressed its concern yesterday as White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki described the Russian forces' move into Belarus as part of an extremely dangerous situation. She said, "We are now at a stage where Russia could at any point launch an attack in Ukraine." A series of talks last week between Russia, the US, and NATO all failed to quell the tensions over Ukraine. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken will meet his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Geneva on Friday in another attempt to defuse the ongoing crisis. Guys, some disturbing news. And Aidan, you've been saying you've been getting a lot of videos of this on your social media feeds. You seem to know a lot about it. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually saw a video the other day where Russia is sending troops over near Sweden in case Sweden tries to help Ukraine, because that's one of the closer countries and also one of the countries I was looking to join NATO, because since Ukraine was going to try and join it, this is basically Russia's way of telling them to back off.
Jeez.
I do think that if Russia does attack, it could lead to some very bad things. So personally, I'm just hoping that doesn't happen, because Russia's been trying to invade Ukraine for years now, and it's never happened.
Yeah, it seems like that. I know we even talked about this in the fall a bunch of times, actually, as I feel like they just kept adding more troops to that Ukrainian border. And now it just continues to escalate. So I don't really know what hopefully the end game isn't what it seems like it's going to be with an invasion. And hopefully whatever it talks on Friday can help
Exactly.
calm and reduce the amount of troops coming in.
As difficult as Russia can be, I don't think they want to take the whole world in a fight.
I don't think so, but then I also think that they would, It seems like a very Russia kind of thing to do at this point.
They've definitely got that stubbornness and pride, but I mean, I feel like they're going to try something with Ukraine. It's just looking that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're going to go too hard on it because they don't want everyone else on their back.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the majority of the other countries around the world are all in support of not invading Ukraine. Turns out invading other countries is not ideal for peace and celerity and all that stuff, guys. Amina, are you familiar with this situation at all? Is this new to you?
Yeah, this is all new to me. So I'm pretty
Wow, that's interesting. It's interesting that you don't really hear about this much on our news.
yeah.
But for Aidan, apparently he's getting this every single day on his social media feed.
I liked one video, and now they're all there.
Maybe they think you're Ukrainian now.
Oh no, man! That's evil. Russia, the KGB is gonna come from this.
Nah, no, not Russia. We
Oh,
love Aidan. Guys, a huge thing has happened recently as Microsoft has purchased the company known as Activision Blizzard for the massive price of $70 billion. Not millions, not 100 million, $70 billion, turning it into a larger video game company than Nintendo. Activision's Blizzard has made incredibly popular games such as Call of Duty and Candy Crush and Overwatch. The deal is a danger for the US and European regulators, but if it passes, it could be one of the largest tech acquisitions in history. Activision has been under intense scrutiny for the past few months, caused by allegations of misconduct and unequal pay. The culture of our organization is my number one priority. It's critical for Activision Blizzard to drive forward. That is from Microsoft CEO Slata Nadella when addressing the concern of the conference call with investors. Microsoft said it expects the deal to close in its 2023 fiscal year, which starts in July, the greatest month of the year, guys. But here's why I picked this story, is because it's very interesting to me, not even just from like a half gamer perspective. I'm not gonna call myself a gamer or anything, but I dabble from time to time, people. That's okay. I'm allowed to live my life. But I'm interested because once I saw that they bought Activision, I was like, that's a very interesting purchase considering all the allegations and troubling information coming from that company. I'm surprised anyone would even want to have that kind of name branding backed by Microsoft or backed into your own company. Aidan, are you familiar with the situation at all or no?
Yeah, when I saw those headlines and the fact that no one was talking about it, Activision Blizzard has been under like the public eye for what, months now, because of the frat boy culture they promote in their workspaces. It's very, very strange that they choose to buy it at this time. But names like Overwatch and Call of Duty are huge. And if Microsoft can make those Xbox exclusives, I think they just thought it was worth it in the end. And hopefully, with Microsoft owning it, they can do some good in fixing the toxic culture that has swallowed the workforce. Now, do any of you guys play games? I'm curious.
Like Isaiah, I dabble, but
Dabbling.
Dabbling.
Okay. No, okay, here's the thing. I mean, you were very silent about your history here at WMSC. By dabble, does that mean you're an avid gamer in reality? I don't know. I'm gonna be playing games, guys.
so I don't play video games as much as I used to, but I feel like if I were to sit down right now and like play a game, I'd probably crush you.
Wow.
Wow.
That is not even a look. That's all the confidence in the world. What game are we talking about, Amina? What do you be
Honestly,
playing?
once I read the instructions, I'm good to go. Like once I know how to play, I'm good.
Do you have like a favorite one or no?
Do I have a favorite?
We'll let you think about it. Let it marinate for a little bit.
Okay.
Lana, you're into pop music. We've confirmed that. I've also confirmed that you like DC over Marvel, which is a discussion for itself. So I'm interested to know, Lana, are you a gamer? Sort of.
I would say, like you, I dabble.
Okay.
Gaming as I got older kind of became closer to my heart because that's actually how I really got close with my boyfriend.
Oh, cool.
We played Minecraft together.
Wow. Very romantic game.
Very sweet.
And also Roblox. But I wouldn't call myself a gamer. Like I have a Switch Lite, which I'll play Animal Crossing every so
Okay.
often, but I'm not an intense gamer. Like I've never really played like Call of Duty or Overwatch or anything. The one time I played GTA, I just annoyed my friend because I wasn't actually trying.
Seems about right. Okay.
So
Are you a casual gamer?
yeah.
All right. Amina,
Back to me.
you have enough time. Have you thought about a game that is something that you like to play?
Anything honestly, like any type of driving game. So like,
Oh, okay.
any type of driving game. I
Cool,
really like
cool.
those. But like I feel like I've played basically like all types. Like when I was young, I used to play like Call of Duty, GTA. but I played them with my brother, so I think that's where I kind of got the like
For sure,
the
yeah.
grudge
Mhm.
to be like, oh, okay, I
I
got
feel you.
this.
One of the greatest accomplishments I ever had was, I forget, it was probably like either middle school or early high school. I was playing my brother in NCAA 14, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I love college football, guys. So I'm playing it with my brother, and for so long I could never beat him. But now this was the most ridiculous game. It's like halftime. I'm getting dominated as usual. It's like 28-0. I'm like, why am I even playing this? I'm not even having fun. Then the second half happens, and let me tell you, that was the greatest like 15-minute feeling I've ever had in my life. You know, you score 28 unanswered, and then life's going great. Greatest time alive. I'm like, I'm gonna beat my brother for the first time in this game. It's iconic moment. All of a sudden, the power goes out, and the game obviously does not save. And I'll never know if I was gonna. I feel like it was destiny for me to win that game, and then the world was like, not today though.
Humble
Like,
yourself.
yeah, like you're a little too confident. But yes, going back to the story though, is once again I want to bring up, this is like a very weird purchase, just for the fact of all the allegations going on with Activision. And also I feel like with all those allegations going on and they're trying to fix it, the price point I think is absurd. Like that's not even like multi-mil, that's billions. One, like I know Microsoft has a lot of money, I get that, but to buy a whole company for 70 billion, what?
I could live off 70. I could live off half of 7. I could live off $1 million for the rest of my life. Can you imagine a $70 billion purchase? Just being able to
70
spend that.
billion, man. That is wild to me, that even despite everything going on, that they were able to sell their company for that much. Talk about getting out with a deal if like you're one of the executives selling that company. Because I can't imagine that they thought they would be able to sell everything for 70 billion. But maybe, despite all the allegations going on, I'm imagining, I feel like there was a small boycott of like let's not play Activision games anymore when all those allegations came out. And it seems to me, at least, similar to how everyone was boycotting the NFL for Kaepernick. It seems like everyone has more felt that, you know, yeah, we can boycott, but we really love the product. So now everyone's probably back to playing it. And the allegations are probably not even part of their mindset anymore when playing this game. So I imagine that probably goes into how they're still estimated at 70 billion. Which I also imagine maybe this was the discount. Maybe they shut it off 30 billion. This could have been $100 billion deal 5 years ago or something.
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, guys. We are going to move on to everyone's favorite topic of the day. Everyone's favorite company around the world. You know, Alana loves them. Alana loves the entire genre of it. Marvel has released a trailer for the brand new series, Moon Knight, guys. Marvel Studios has unveiled the first trailer for its Disney Plus series, Moon Knight, which makes it the first entry of the MCU in 2022. The show is releasing on Disney Plus March 30th. In Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac plays Mark Spector, an ex-soldier with a profound case of dissociative identity disorder that manifests as fully distinct individuals. He becomes the conduit for the Egyptian moon god Khonshu, which only further exacerbates Mark's anxiety over his mental illness. Unlike all of Marvel Studios' previous series for Disney Plus, which are based on the existing characters in the company before 2019, Moon Knight charts a brand new path with a totally new set of characters and storyline that has no clear initial connection to the MCU, but let's be honest, it's got to be connected somehow. Guys, is Marvel all the way back? Are we watching this or what?
Yes, I love Marvel.
You do?
I love Marvel.
Finally,
Oh
you know, last semester we had Crystal and Tina, zero interest in Marvel, zero interest in any movie. They watched one episode of Squid Game and was like, I can't do it anymore. So, you know, I'm glad to have someone that's into that. Amina, are we watching Moon Knight? What's the deal with it? Excited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm interested just to like, now I would say it's kind of going to be like a first impression thing for me. Like, I'm gonna wait to see what like other people are saying about it.
Gotcha.
And then I'm still gonna watch it, but that's gonna determine like how excited I'm gonna get myself to watch it.
I feel you. Aidan, you're a Marvel guy. We chatted over the break about Spider-Man,
The funny movie.
No Way Home,
The one that
Way
made me
Home?
cry.
3 Spider-Mans.
cried
Oh
so
God, did I
so
just spoil
rough.
that? Guys,
No, it's been
no,
2
it's been
weeks
out long
ago.
enough.
Yeah.
Guys, if we get into spoiler territory, sorry, but there's 3 Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movie.
The Spider-Men.
The
No.
Spider-Man.
I'm going to stay up till 2 a.m. to watch this show. I love Moon Knight and I love Oscar Isaac, so I have full confidence this is going to be great.
Wow, interesting.
I'm so excited.
I've never heard of the character Moon Knight though.
He
looks
looks
cool.
cool. Because I was like surface level Marvel fan, and then people on TikTok were like, "Wow, this guy's really cool." I looked him up, and he is really cool. He's kind of crazy, but he's a fun character.
It seems like from the trailer I saw, it seems definitely like a different kind of style of show or whatever MCU normally makes. It seems more I don't know, it just seems appealing, I guess. Like it's different. It's not just like I got random powers from a spider or something.
Yeah.
It's like this guy that's going through trauma, and I think they're going to explore that kind of internal struggle that he has with this Moon Knight persona, I guess.
Yeah, I heard rumors they were going to go into like darker territory
It's
before
cool.
they revamped Daredevil for season 4, which I heard was coming out. I still don't know if that's confirmed.
Never watched it, but
You've never watched it?
no, I didn't watch any of the Netflix Marvel shows actually.
Oh, at least Daredevil.
Where are
Daredevil's
you?
I know,
Right?
I know.
You're slacking.
Guys, I might be slacking, but there's someone here that's
Oh,
slacking even more. This is, the first interactions I had with Lana. We were recording some Buzz Myth stuff, and she reveals, guys, I don't even like Marvel's cool, but DC is way better. And in the room was me and Cam, who are both adamant that, Marvel is very good. It's great entertainment. It's clearly better than DC. And you had the nerve to say it. So, Lana, you want to defend yourself really quickly and maybe give some thoughts about Moon Knight?
Sure. I feel attacked. All right. I will admit the DC live action movies need work.
A lot of work.
Yeah. I edited yesterday and I was listening to them talk about Justice. Yes, they do need work. But their TV shows and their animated stuff is really good.
Yeah.
Like, have you
Yeah.
not seen the Teen Titans from
Yeah.
2003? The animated one?
Oh, yeah, the cartoon. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that.
That is really good. And their new live action show on HBO, Doom Patrol, that is amazing.
Interesting. I want to see the one with what's his name? John Cena? I forget what character he's.
I was just
Peacemaker.
watching
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
interested to
Really
see how
good.
that show is. Like I know just the character is
different.
very
It's different.
wild, so I'm interested to see how that works. But yeah, Lana, now let's go on to Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Have you seen the trailer? Have
I
you heard of
have
it?
not.
Okay.
I haven't really heard about this at all.
Really? Okay.
I think I would possibly give it a chance. I'm trying to give Marvel a chance.
Trying.
I'm trying.
Well, okay. What is it about Marvel that's just not connecting for you? Like, what is it that you're like, this is not for me?
I don't know. It's just
Because what is there not to like, Lana? You
I-
got Spider-Man. You got Iron Man.
I was watching over the
Thanos.
break. My boyfriend and I were watching part of Infinity War,
Mhm.
and while it was interesting, I don't know. It just felt really long.
Black
and drawn-
Panther, Shang-Chi. I mean, come on.
Actually, the parts I saw, I did not see I didn't see the whole thing, and it wasn't Black Panther that I saw on that part. I think the part that I really remember is just Black Widow dying.
Oh, wait. That was an Infinity War?
I thought,
Or is that Endgame?
Oh, maybe it was Endgame. I don't remember which one.
Hmm. I just feel like the whole journey building up to Endgame was just a fun ride. It was like 8 years or whatever in the making, and you got to see from like journey 1 to the last one. It really starts with Iron Man, and then it ends with Iron Man, and it's so emotional.
so sad.
R.I.P. Iron Man. But yeah, and even just at some point you're like, maybe this Thanos guy might have a point here, guys. Maybe half. No, I'm kidding. Thanos, not a good guy, but a great villain in the movie. And first, okay, guys, a while back ago, I thought of this idea. Well, not really but like I felt like it was a cool idea, where it's like in the last Marvel movie, right? Like Endgame, where they like obviously they beat Thanos, right?
Mhm.
I was internally hoping that they go through all this just to lose again, though. Because like, I was kind of over superheroes for a little bit. I was like, maybe we need like a long break and then bring it back like 10 years from now. But then I personally thought, what if Thanos just wins? It's done. Wipes out the whole universe. That's it. End of story. Nothing else happens. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Would that have
Well, I
been?
mean, technically, they gave you that.
I know, but here's the
of
thing.
course,
In a lot of
yeah.
American movies, it's always the good guys win, bad guys lose.
Mhm.
And that's what was cool about Infinity War. I forgot what was the one before Endgame. Or is it
Yeah.
two parts
Civil
of Endgame?
War? Oh, no.
I don't know. But
Civil War was
it's a lot of movies, guys. What I'm trying to say is that movie ends and everyone was shocked because you're like, what do you mean? Like they lost? But then it's like, oh, obviously they're going to do it in part 2. And in every American movie, you see, obviously good guys win, bad guys lose, end of story, happy ending. I felt, because maybe I was going through like a Korean movie film phase where I was watching all the heroes somehow die at the end, or it doesn't end happily, or something bad happens. And you kind of got that with Iron Man dying, but I was just thinking, because maybe I was in that kind of phase, where I was like, man, it would have been real wild if they were just like, nah, Thanos wins again. It's done, guys. He's just too strong. And it just ends like that. Aidan, you're the Marvel guy. I don't know why I just call you the Marvel guy.
Big Marvel guy. You
Big
know me.
Marvel guy. But what would you think if that was the ending of Endgame?
Honestly, I'd be really interested because you said like they could take it back in 10 years' time and go anywhere they want with it. They could
Yeah.
completely reset the universe, do that parallel thing, and they could go with a lot of
Mhm.
different variants. I'm honestly interested in the Fantastic Four, which is already getting rebooted. But if they went from like Avengers to like Fantastic Four storyline with Doctor Doom and all those guys, would have been
Mhm.
crazy. Would have been completely
Mhm.
interested in me. Also,
Yeah.
side note, March 30th, Moon Knight comes out. It's March 29th.
Your birthday?
My 1-year anniversary
Oh.
with Caitlin. I love you.
Oh, Caitlin
I
again!
guess-
Friend of the show, Caitlin. We all love you,
I had to
Caitlin.
sneak it in.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Caitlin. Keeping Aidan very happy these days. He's downing a lot of monsters, so if you can control that part about Aidan, that'd be great. Does not seem well for his future health. But guys, we're gonna go through one final story. And Aidan, I hate to cut you off, but I feel like this story is much more appealing. And talking about Korea, which I just mentioned, as a man has set himself on fire. Yes, on fire. After a matchmaking agency refused to arrange a marriage for him. Yes, a 64-year-old South Korean man ignited himself after intensely arguing with a matchmaking agency over an arranged marriage on his behalf. A South Korean local news outlet states that the Jeju Island man doused himself with gasoline from a plastic bottle that he was carrying. South Korean authorities did not reveal the company's name and only identifying the name of the man as Mr. A. The staff, after the marriage agency attempted to throw water on the man, however, the man suffered third-degree burns to his body and face and still remains unconscious. The agency refused to provide this man with a match because he had previously been married to a foreign woman. Guys, what in the world is this story? I feel like there's a lot of layers to unpack and not enough time to really unpack them.
Yeah.
I think I want to start here first. I'm not even going to start with the fire thing. I'm going to start with the agency's decision. Why can't this man get a marriage if he's been married to a foreign woman? What's bad about that, South Korean agency?
Come on, South
Come
Korean
on.
matchmaking.
What if it was just
agency.
a Cambodian woman, didn't work out, and he moved on? There's nothing bad with mixing people. It's cool. We appreciate it.
When you were first reading the story, I was like, oh, crazy guy does something crazy at home. He was probably on the phone with this agency. And then you're like, they doused water on him. So that means this man was in
All
the
in
matchmaking
person.
agency being
Yeah.
like, you will get me married to
Yep.
a foreign woman. And when they refused, he just lit himself on fire.
Like, I've had enough. You guys aren't hearing me. Fire. Also, why arrange marriage, man? Like, Can't you like? There's dating apps out there. I'm sure there's dating apps for older men as well, for older women. Whatever he's looking for, do it yourself. Why did you need a marriage agency? And to say yourself, like, there's plenty of fish out there. 64-year-old Mr. A. You know, you just got to find the right one. It's all right. You got to wait a little bit. You still got some time left on your clock. But to set yourself on fire, that seems very problematic. Slightly dangerous, I think. And a tad bit irresponsible, guys.
Tiny bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Lana, is there anything you'd set yourself on fire for?
Anything I'd set myself on fire for?
Yeah, Avril Lavigne, My Chemical Romance.
No,
Okay,
I wouldn't set myself on fire for them.
Okay.
I love them, but not
No.
enough for that.
you draw the line at fire. Got it. Aidan, when it comes down to it, Caitlin comes up to you one day. She's like,
I would stick my arm in an incinerator.
"Good lord,
that was very
what if I was just gonna say she wants to give you a hug? Like you
Oh,
just
then I'd hug her.
you
with one arm
escalated out of
now.
nowhere. You didn't even hear the
God.
question.
I figured you were gonna.
You went
tell-
straight to, I will burn my arm off for this woman.
You know, I kind of have to agree. I think I would do that for my boyfriend. I'd burn
Right?
I'd
You
burn-
always set yourself on fire. Like what? Okay, here's the thing. I didn't even give a circumstance. You were just like, I'll set myself on fire.
I mean, technically, I've already done it before.
What?
Set
Okay.
yourself on
I'm
fire?
sorry.
Wait,
Explain.
wait, wait.
Explain. We
Here's
need
the
more
story.
details here, Lana.
Okay. When I was, I think 13 or 14, it was New Year's Eve, and it was pre-pandemic. So for many years, I would have like a little get together with just a few of my friends at my house. So I was setting up, and I was about to get in the shower,
Mhm.
and my mom was cooking, and she asked me to light a candle. So I lit it, and then she asked me to grab something that was behind the candle. So I did, and my hair is really long.
Oh my god.
So I did not realize that my hair got
No.
in the candle. So I walked away, and I was like, wow, my head feels kind of warm.
What?
And then my mom turns around, screams, runs to me, and starts patting me down. All the while I'm just standing there like, what's happening?
What in
And-
the world?
She stops, and I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, you were on fire. It's like, oh.
You're like, my bag, y'all. Sorry about that.
You know, that reminds me. When you guys were kids, I want to make sure I'm not the stupid one here.
Uh-oh.
Did you guys ever get told by like an older sibling or cousin that when the fire is blue, it's cold?
No.
Oh, so I was
Oh, your
Oh,
sibling just hated
okay.
you, Aiden.
okay.
I don't have siblings, but no, I was never told.
No, it was my cousin. He was like, you know, if the fire is blue, it's cold, and you know when you flick an oven on,
And
it's
you
like
really touched it, Aiden.
I poked it.
You're the worst.
It hurt.
You're just the
Wow.
absolute worst. It reminds me of something like my before we go, my cousin did this. There's this movie, The Christmas Story, where like the
Mhm.
kid sticks his tongue on the pole and it
Yeah.
gets stuck. So then my cousin was like, I'm gonna try that. And then he does it, and then he gets stuck. So I was like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like we knew, like we saw the evidence of this happening. I know it's a movie, but come on.
Like,
We all knew it was gonna happen.
How'd you get him off?
Just water, it wasn't that hard. A little bit of hot
Mhm.
water, not boiling water, 'cause you don't want to kill the man. But yeah, no, actually, no, he just ripped it off.
oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Really?
that sounds
Yeah.
painful.
He just like, oh, it hurts so much, and then he just like
Well,
gone.
At least
Anyways, on that note, guys, that has been the Morning Buzz here on WMSC Upper Montclair Wednesday show. Throw the W's, guys. It's been a fun ride. We'll see you next week. But tomorrow we got the Thursday crew with Lara and JT and the rest of the crew. Friday got another crew. And then yeah, enjoy the show. Enjoy your